Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. So, couple weeks back, I asked you guys if you want to have a Q&A, and you were so nice to give me lots of questions. So, I was thinking I have this big pen going underneath here, and at the same time, I will be answering to your questions. Thank you everyone who asked these questions. Love you guys. Thank you. So let's start with the first one. Did you study art? And if yes, where? I think we need to go to the beginning. The first, what I would say, like study art. I was at first grade. I started this art club and I stayed there for 6 years until 6th grade. It was more like a after school thingy, once a week. You learned the basics over there. I loved it. It was so much fun. And it kind of kick-started my love for art. After comprehensive school, I went to trade school to study visual art degree. It was more like you don't have a specific speciality that you study for. You just try different mediums. You have oil painting, you have clay work, you have photography, you have editing things. So it's basically you try small things here and there about art, just to try to find what is like. So you're a generalist, kind of like. It doesn't really give you a specific degree that gives you a job. But at the same time, I actually did another degree at the upper secondary school. So I did 2 degrees at the same time. So yeah. But what actually like gave me an actual job like degree was the school was lab. University of Applied Sciences. I had the Bachelor of Culture and Arts degree, and I how do you say it? Like I specialized in animation and film, and part of those studies I was abroad at Hong Kong PolyU. Love that place. Hi guys, if you were there, anyone? So those are the schools that I went. So basically I have more like animation film background to my studies than the actual like digital or game art aspect of it. Yeah. I hope that answered to your question. Let's go to the second one. Oh, and yeah, in Finland was the schools, if I didn't make that clear. Okay, next question. How did you end up working on game art? So, I have been a gamer since I was 6 years old. My first console was Nintendo NES. I've loved games since I was a kid, and it somehow was always at the back of my head because I loved everything that had a like fantasy aspect to it. And even though classical art was something I was studying from a young age, everything that was in the games really hit me hard, like the concept art and everything. So it was always there at the back of my head that I wanted to do game art, but my parents really weren't that enthusiastic about it because they were worried that I wouldn't be able to pay my rent and such. You know the deal. So my parents were like, oh no, have a plan B. Be an art teacher. That's why I ended up having the double degree, because the other one would help me pursue being an art teacher. The other one would be able to pursue the actual art career. So, well, as you can guess, the teacher thing didn't work out. I have really bad dyslexia, which makes it hard for me to write things. So thinking about going to the university to write huge like thesis, like that didn't really work out. So when I was at the University of Applied Sciences, that's when it hit me, when we were doing 3D stuff, and we had these teachers to come and show us what kind of game art they had done, and then it was like, no, I love this, I want to do this. It's hard industry, but I want to give a shot to it, and I'm glad I did. I love it. I wouldn't change it for anything. Okay, next question. What was your journey on the road to become a full-time artist? Ooh. Okay. Well, I already talked about my studies, the schools I went to, and well, getting the position as a full-time artist job, as I'm working for a gaming company. It is hard because it doesn't matter if you have a degree or not, only your portfolio matters. So, and if you don't have any kind of, what is the word? Experience in the field, you just have to prove yourself that you are so good that they want to hire you as a newbie. And that is not the easiest thing to do. I was really lucky in that way. Like, I did a couple of graphic designer jobs in between after school, and actually one of my friends was working at a gaming company, and he told me that they're looking for a video artist for the company that would make animations of the game ideas to visualize them for the coders so they could better understand what they're supposed to do. And the job wasn't like even put out yet for the public, and he just told me that like they first like to ask around for people that they know, because the chemistry between people needs to be spot on to work on like in such projects. So I didn't have a portfolio ready. I made it in 2 days. No. I had 2 days time, and I made it in three hours, and I was lucky enough to get that job. I was really lucky, and that was kind of like my stepping stone to get to the gaming industry. It's really hard to get straight away a job as an artist because you need to know people to be true. It's a fact. It's a small industry and people know everyone around, so you need to get the name for yourself first. I was working as a video artist for a couple of years, and I then had some kind of credit under my name that I was good at what I did, even at the art side. So then I got the opportunity in another company and I took it. And thanks to all the recommendations from the company I worked as a video artist. So, yeah. But I've been working as like, I've been a waitress, I've been a dog sitter, I've been a movie theater technician. I've done a lot of jobs in between while waiting for the opportunity to rise to be a full-time artist. Yeah, I hope that answered your question. Next one. Was it hard to get a job as an artist? What was your first job? Oh, well, I think I just answered that. Yeah, making videos for marketing. That was it, and making the game ideas. That was my job. Yep. And yes, it was hard to get a job as an artist. It is. Next one. Love me not. Yes, I do. So much. I know who you are. Lots of love there. Next one. What helped you improve your art? Is there any books, videos you would recommend? I don't know if I'm able to give any video recommendations or books, really. For traditional art, on the previous video I made, there are 2 books that I use for drawing and when it comes to traditional art, if that helps. But other than that, no, I don't think I have. But what I would say as a tip is look for the artists that you like and look at their process on how they do things. What is their workflow? How do they break things? What are their color palettes? Try to break down their pipeline and figure out what is the things you are missing, if that's something that you want to have parts of that in your art style. That is the best way of learning, I think. In technical tips, I would say things that did improve my art miles. First thing, do not zoom. Do not go closer at your art. Do not zoom 150% to get to that eye and have every highlight detail things. No, keep it full scale. That is the best practice I can give you, because the closer you go, you don't see the full picture and you will mess up the values, you will mess up the colors, and finally when you zoom out, it looks nothing like you thought it would look. So what I do, I always have duplicate of the my art as like this in the video. I always have a small image, usually it's bigger, but it's always at 100% so I can see the full scale of it. And if I need, then I will zoom on the other one to get closer, but I try to stay away from that. For example, in this video, I have artificially made zooms so you can see closer what I'm doing. But most of these paintings I'm doing it at 100% scale because it's easier to see the full picture at that moment, if that makes sense. First, if you are having hard time with values, first practice with black and white to learn the values and then try to implement the colors. Colors are hard because of the color theory. It doesn't always work the way you think if you don't have much intel on that. So practicing first on black and white makes a huge difference for you to understand if everything is balanced. And third one, this is not more like a technical tip, I would say start from the beginning more often. Don't get stuck with that one piece. Don't go 8+ hours on just that thing to make that hand for 10 times again, over and over again. Stop. Start a new piece. Start from the beginning. You learn more by having a new assignment, and spending 2 hours maybe on that, and having 3 of those. So you have worked on 6 hours. It's better to do that than have 6 hours in one piece, I think. You will learn more in that way, I would say. I hope that helped. Thanks for the question. Next one. What is your art style based out of? It's so unique, I'm in love. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's really hard for me to pinpoint because I think my art style evolves every single day, because it comes from my head and I just let it out. But I can tell a lot of artists that influence me, that inspire me, and I can find things from their artwork that I want to explore and try to implement in mine. And I just give a list. I'm gonna butcher these, and I'm sorry about it. Please don't hang me. Vetur. Love the colors. I don't understand the blending, the shifts, and it is so beautiful. Nubovic, the characters, this sci-fi elements and everything. The colors, yes. Espen Lush, the shape language is spectacular. Teminto, Finnish artist, love her. The work is stunning. I've been following her for like 10 years, I think. Senjin, I do not understand how they are able to make such buttery skin and so cohesive atmosphere. It's just so close to my heart. Well, everyone knows Louise. The shapes and the colors and the textures, the feelings you can get through those simple shapes. Sachin Teng, I salute. I cannot. The shapes, the colors, I love their work. It's beautiful. Those are like single artists that are like just hit my heart. Other than that, League of Legends cinematic movies, I'm a sucker for them, and I think I made at least half of the views in those videos because I watch them every single week. I have been watching them for the past, I think, 5 years every single week. I just find every single detail so beautiful, and especially the art direction on the Rise cinematic. That is what I want. That is something I hope I will get myself on that level someday. That is the texture, the shapes, the feels, everything I wish that someday I'm able to capture myself. And I hope this answered your question, at least somewhat. Next one. How do you go through the process of printing orders, from accepting orders, making them? At the moment my shop is closed because of the Etsy strike, but I would say when I get the order, I usually, when I get home from work, I will open up the order, see what they have ordered. If it's prints, I always make my prints as the order comes. Stickers I usually have ready, and bookmarks. So on the prints, I just ready my file that are always on my Photoshop. I print them with my own settings, and I have my Canon IP, what was it? 8750, and I use that to print my prints. Once that's done, I have the greeting cards and everything packed with it. I use heavy-duty mailers so it can't be bent, and then I will check if it's outside of EU or inside, because that depends how I need to do the shipping process. I'm inside EU, so everything that goes to US I need to do specific mailing, like signing thingies, I need to have these special stickers put there for the duties. And then I just take all the information, put them there, and just go to my post office and ship it. And then I will let the customer know when I have shipped it. It's pretty simple. It's not as frightening as I first thought it would be. It's a fun little thing, like a hustle next to my full-time job. It makes me so happy when people buy my prints and I can see them going all over the world, and seeing how people are happy about the quality and taking pictures of them on their walls. It hits home. Like, thank you for anyone who has bought my prints or stickers or bookmarks, anything from my shop. Thank you. And I think that's about it. I finished all the questions. Thank you anyone who asked me these. I'm more than happy to answer more, so maybe I will do a new one in next couple of months. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a lovely day. See ya. Bye.